Like iced coffee. Let's go. Première, vin à l'orange.
Oh, ça fait.
C'est bon.
Are you crying?
Non, non, c'est très sucré, c'est bon. C'est tellement sucré. Mais trop sucré pour moi. I remember when I was a kid, in Spanish class, the Spanish teacher played us a video of bullfighting, and a girl in my class started crying because she was so traumatized and sad for the bull.
She never graduated from school?
Well, she did graduate from school, but I remember her cries. I remember how like terrorized she was by that video of the bullfighting, because we literally saw like the guy putting the spears on the back of the bull, and then the bull becoming like more weaker and weaker and like trying to escape. It's just like really sad experience. I just like, yeah, I don't ever want to see it in real life. My face is so red. Oh mon Dieu.
Yeah, it shows that you react strongly with alcohol. So
this is really bad. This is really bad. Have to come to Sevilla. Okay, Sevilla is just, I am enamored. I just love how rich architecturally this city is. Each time like I walk around the city, I'm just like in awe at the architecture, at how beautiful the buildings are. And I feel like each time I like walk around the city, it's like a labyrinth. I just like find a really beautiful like architecture, and I'm always like in awe at everything. European cities have more organic street networks, okay? They have more organic street networks. The streets are usually much more narrow than American cities that tend to have grid-like patterns and streets, you know, large enough to fit like 2 lanes of cars. In European cities, because of their narrow organic street networks, squares are useful as a meeting point for people. People can find their way towards a square and then meet their friends at that meeting point. But because American cities tend to have a grid-like pattern, which is easier to navigate, it makes it so that squares and plazas are not as useful. But also, there's also like, you know, this whole phenomenon of wanting to capitalize every space. That's just me talking, but I feel like in American cities, there tends to be like more of a need to capitalize every area, every space. So the idea of having a square that is not a park, that is just a place for people to meet around, hang around, not paying for any type of coffee or anything, is not something that is popular. Why should we have a square or a plaza if we can build something on top of it and make it into more buildings? It's probably give us more profit or more money in the long run. And I feel like that's a reason why like plazas or squares are just not as popular in North American cities as in European cities.
Now,
Ooh la la.
this is what I can prepare for you at home. We're not sure. Over here, okay? There's just too much to see, too much to like discover and explore. I'm feeling overwhelmed, okay? I feel like, yeah, it needs to be spread throughout like a couple of days just because there's just so much to see. There's like the tiles, the architecture, the garden. Like, why isn't any of it like free? You know, the gardens of Versailles are actually free for everyone to like visit, and I feel like that helps in terms of like digesting everything that you see in the Versailles Palace. But here, it's just so huge. Everything, it's humongous, and the fact that none of it is free, that you have to pay each time you want to go in, is just like, I'm sorry, but in one visit there's just too much to process. I am feeling constantly overwhelmed. Also because there's just no need for any houses to be this big. I never understood the obsession that some people have with houses that are humongous, just because how is it practical? Like, how are you supposed to like go to the kitchen easily when the kitchen is like 3 floors down? I just don't understand the obsession that people have with like big houses. Like, I understand condos. My dream is to live in a condo just because I feel like a condo, you still have your space, but at the very least you still are able to like get to your kitchen or get to your bedroom as quickly as possible with like just like 5 steps. In a big house, you have to go through all of these levels, you have to go downstairs. I just don't understand the obsession that people have with like houses that are like humongous. I just keep seeing like sometimes like my favorite TikTokers talking about their dream houses, and I'm like, why do you want it to be so big? Like if you're gonna have like a big family, that makes sense, but if you're going to be like you and your boyfriend, why do you need a house with like 5 different bedrooms, 2 different bathrooms, when you're not even gonna like use every single room? I don't get it. Anyway, this is a whole other rant. I just like, each time I go to a palace, I'm just reminded of it. I'm just like always so tired, and then I'm like, people actually want to live in there. Like, people want to live in castles. Some people want to live in castles, some people want to live in mansions, some people want to live in like a big mansion, and I'm just always baffled by these decisions or these like desires, just because it's so impractical. What are they doing? Can someone please explain to me what exactly are they doing? Why are they eating themselves, or like, I don't know, scratching? Are they scratching themselves with their beak?
you'll never get tired of the mushroom. You just want more of it. J'ai jamais été une personne de ham, but Iberico ham is gonna change this. I'm a ham person now. I totally get the hype. Je pense que Iberico ham est mieux que prosciutto. Okay, come on.